They say seeing your doppelganger is an omen of death. But what happens when your double doesn't just appear? It speaks, it moves, and it wants your life. Stay until the end for 3 true stories of people who saw themselves and didn't survive unchanged. Subscribe now, because next week we go deeper into the most disturbing real cases the world has ever recorded. It was 2013. In a quiet hospital in Ohio, Clara, a night shift nurse, was making her rounds when a patient whispered, "Why are you back? You were here 5 minutes ago." Confused, Clara asked what they meant. The patient swore she had just walked in, checked their IV fluid, and left without saying a word. But Clara had been down the hall the entire time. Over the next week, reports spread, patients, other nurses, even doctors claiming they'd seen Clara in places she wasn't. One night, security footage caught something. Clara entered room 206 at 2:17 a.m. Meant at the exact same moment. Clara was visible at the nurse's station down the hall. When the footage was checked again the next morning, the copy was gone. No trace of the double, except for Clara's sudden resignation and disappearance. The hospital never heard from her again. Meanwhile, a man named David, a 27-year-old from London, lived alone in a small apartment. One rainy night, he heard his front door unlock. He froze, only he had the key. Peeking from his bedroom, he saw himself. Same clothes, same wet hair, same tiny scar above the eyebrow. His double walked straight into the kitchen, opened the fridge, and began eating leftover pasta, just like David often did after work. Heart pounding, David hid in the closet and dialed the police. When they arrived minutes later, the apartment was empty. But something was wrong. The officers told him the neighbor had reported seeing David leave the building at the exact moment David was hiding in the closet. David moved out the next day. But 3 weeks later, his new neighbor greeted him in the hallway with a casual, "Oh, you're back early. Didn't you just leave?" But the story never stops there. In 1999, Maria, a university student in Madrid, stayed late in the library. She went to the bathroom before heading home. As she washed her hands, she noticed something strange. Her reflection wasn't matching. Maria tilted her head left. The reflection tilted right. Maria froze. Then the reflection smiled. The lights flickered, and in that single blink, the reflection stepped forward, pressing its hands against the other side of the glass. Maria stumbled backward, her heart slamming in her chest. When she ran out to the hallway, she collided with a classmate who asked why she looked so pale. Maria never spoke of it again. But 2 months later, she was found dead in her dorm room mirror, smashed, shards scattered like frozen drops of water. And on the largest shard was a perfect smiling reflection. 3 different cities, 3 different people. But the same pattern. The double always finds a way to get closer. If you ever see your double, don't look away. Because if the legends are true, once it replaces you, no one will know you're gone. Which story disturbed you the most? Comment below, subscribe, and join me next time for more true horrors that will follow you into the dark.